With this DJ Snake album, I sold it to Interscope. You know, but for example, we paid breakage. Breakage was something that used to get paid back in the day when vinyls were around because, you know, you got a big box of vinyls, you drop them, some of them were bound to break. So there was a thing called breakage, which is 10% of whatever you make automatically goes back to the record label because of breakage. Another big one, and a good example of this would be Prince, was radio hits. In other words, the record label could sign you and say, you need to have X amount of radio hits. Problem is that there's no legal definition as to what is a radio hit. So in the case of Prince, he was told that he needed to have 3 radio hits, I think by 1988 or some crap like that. And he did have them. The problem was they weren't considered radio hits to Sony, which opened up an option in his contract, which is that if we ask you for a second album while you're on the term of your first album, basically you have to make that second album and the term of this contract will auto-renew until you finish that second album, which is why he became a symbol. Because he would refuse to work basically for nothing. And that's why Chance the Rapper decided to go independent, because nowadays you don't really need a record label, unfortunately. You know, most artists have their own record label. All you really need is distribution. If you have distribution, it's easy. And to get distribution, basically you just need to come find me. Because all of my acts, they all have their own record labels. They all have their own LLCs, for their own companies, you know, and they're all signed as Sony Independent, which is who I basically have my distribution contracts through.
You also deal with distribution with TV and film?
I can.
I'll talk to you.
But yeah.